Alright, what is up, Warshipper SeaRaptor here, bringing you a first look at Tier 9 Premium Russian Destroyer, Neustrashimy. This is a new ship available to us to have a look at here on public test server 0.712. Not available, of course, for us to play just yet. All we can do is show her off in port and let you guys have a look at the stats. So, let's get to it. Starting off, we have pretty good HP on this boat. Just exactly what you'd expect out of a Russian destroyer at this tier. She is nothing special here, about 20,500 base. Handling characteristics look pretty similar to Grozovoi. I mean, when you put them side by side, they have almost the exact same numbers in terms of speed and handling. And the armor is nothing outstanding here. It's the standard 16, 19mm stuff you tend to find on most destroyers of the tier. Main battery is made up of the same type of gun turrets that we see on Grozovoi. These 130mm double turrets. Overall, the main battery, like on paper, it looks lacking, right? There's only 2 of these turrets. I got 1 forward and 1 aft. That's it. It only leaves me with 4 barrels. And 4 barrels at tier 9 feels bad. I mean, that just puts her very undergunned, it's going to feel. You know, even Chung Mu and Fletcher, Black, all those guys, they have 5 guns, but only 5, but they make up for it in other areas. Most destroyers at this tier have 6 barrels or more. This means that she has the overall lowest main battery damage potential, DPM, of her entire tier. She has less HE DPM and barely more AP DPM than even Yugumo, whose guns reload almost 50% slower. The torpedo armament is also not really anything to write home about. She does have 2 quintuple launchers. That sounds nice at first, but look at that reload. 131 seconds. That's like almost Shimakaze levels, and these torpedoes just don't have that kind of range and don't hit that hard. I mean, 14,600? That's fairly anemic at this tier. They do have fairly low detection radius in terms of they'll be the hardest to detect torpedoes at this tier. But I mean, you're talking about that gives your opponent an extra quarter second less. It's not really anything to write home about. AA defense, you would expect the ship, being a cousin to Grozovoi, to have really good AA. And it has good AA, but again, it's not a real strong suit. That missing turret, that dual-purpose turret, hurts a lot. She has good range on the outer ring, but the DPS is only so-so, and overall, her total DPS trails behind Kitakaze, Fletcher, Black, Chung Mu, and Udaloy. Her stealth numbers are pretty good. 5.6 when rigged for fully stealth. That's nice. That's comparable with, like, say, legendary mod gearing. And she does have a pretty varied consumable mix, right? We have smoke, DF, she does have repair party, and of course, engine boost. So she has the same consumable loadout as Grozovoi, that flexibility. On paper, I have a hard time recommending this ship, right? Like, you just look at it and you're like, well, it has the flexibility of a Grozovoi, but it lacks the punch. That extra turret makes a big difference. It just seems to be way behind all the other Tier 9 destroyers in just about all of the areas you really were looking for out of a destroyer, which is damage. I could forgive the double turrets and the aim battery DPM if she had a faster reload on the torpedoes, but she doesn't. And so she looks pretty outclassed right now. I'm going to be curious to see what they do with this ship, because I think she's in a pretty tough spot. Thanks for watching, and I'll have some more of these up shortly. We got a few more ships to showcase off of the PTR this weekend. Until then, take care.